Hey, it's time to dish with Dee. That's me. Today we have a couple things to do. We've got Happy Mail, and we have, let me grab this first before we get to the Happy Mail. Ipsy. When you build up Ipsy points from getting bags and doing reviews, you get points, and through share and all this other stuff. So I had points, so you get free, you could turn it into for free stuff. Then they put it in your Ipsy bag the next month. So you don't have to charge any extra shipping. Well, they forgot my product, so I emailed them, and she was really nice, and she said it wasn't on the side. I said no, because I was looking for it, because I knew I had a lip gloss. And so they sent me out a replacement, but I just wanted to show you how pretty it is. Look at that. It's called Berry and Juice 100% vegan lip gel gloss. Wow, it's in pink berry. I have it on. It's very light. I told you I'm a gloss girl. I've learned that about myself. I'm a gloss girl. So that, I'm just going to tell you, really good customer service for Ipsy. And look at the nice size. That's a nice little size. All right, Stephanie from Holy Crap I'm Fat does lives on Friday nights. If you haven't caught them, you must. Her and Wayne, I want to call him Nutfog. He goes by Nutfog, but Wayne, her BFF in crime, and Imagine Biscuit. If you've never caught Imagine Biscuit, you need to. Well, she was giving away tea towels. She must have had about 10 or so. Somebody made her tea towels in her area, and she was giving them, and I won one. Does this tea towel make my butt look smaller? At Holy Crap I'm Fat. And there's the person, Upper Lake, I guess, who provided this for her. I mean, yeah, does the tea towel make my butt look fat? Because it's all about my butt. But I want to thank Stephanie and Nutfog Wayne for doing that. It was fun. If you've not, I'm telling you, I remember to link her channel at the bottom. I'm pretty sure it's Friday nights. It was Friday, yeah. That she does. It's around 7 her time, which I think was 8 my time, or it was 6 mountain. It was an hour after me. She posts mountain time, so check her out. She usually advertises. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, haven't caught Imagine Biscuit, you so need to. Her and Wayne do this funny drag queen show called Imagine Biscuit. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Sometimes they do shows and stuff. I would love them to come out here. It would be hilarious. She put a cute little note. Stay positive. She's lost 50 pounds. She's on her way to lose 100. So she keeps it real, and she keeps it funny. And that's, you know, in this journey, you need humor. You do. And you need positivity. And she's all that, and a bag of chips. So check her out. 2 broads, a shot glass, and bad advice. I'm telling you, they are hilarious. Hilarious. They drink, they get rowdy. It's funny. It's all in good humor. It really is. And so lip gloss, Holy Crap I'm Fat. All right, let's go, because I got to get to work. I'm still setting up, so after I go in today, I do a little bit more. I don't have that much more to do, but I like to get ahead, because I just, you know, once the kids come, it's all over. It is all over. And since we have 6-year-olds, yeah, wish me luck. But yeah, I've been doing this since I went back to work. Originally, I will give you a little history on Denise. Originally, I was a registered medical assistant for 12 years, I guess. I got out of high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do out of high school. I really, didn't know what I wanted to do. I struggled with what I wanted to do. And it's hard because you're young and you don't know what you want to do. And I often said that I think I had undiagnosed learning issues. And back then, I guess I let a lot of stuff go. So I didn't go right into school. I took about 6 months off, and I realized I needed to do something because I did not want to work at McDonald's the rest of my life. So I enrolled in this, I took a test, I enrolled in this class, and I did really well. I mean, I'm a people person. So the clinical part I was fine with, but I was more, definitely the talking to people. So I worked actually for my family's family doctor. That was hilarious because I was going there since I was little, and his MA was retiring. So he told I don't know how it even came up, but my dad got me many a job. But I went there for the interview, and he hired me, and I worked there until I got married. I would have stayed there, but we moved. It was just a little too far of a drive because the hours were crazy there, because he'd like to start really early in the morning. Like at 6:30 was our first appointment. I know, crazy. That was back in the 90s, so that's what was crazy. But especially seniors like to get up, they're up and out. So we were always busy. 6:30, you know. So for me to be there, I mean, I could have probably went in later, but it just would have been. I hate coming in late when things are all started, because especially with his personality, that wouldn't have worked. So I shouldn't have retired, because I got married, and we had purchased the house we live in now, but we didn't make settlement. It was supposed to be 3 months after that. So we got married in April. We didn't make settlement until June. So we lived 2 months over in Delaware. I didn't work then because I knew we weren't going to stay there. And I was taking a certification to be some kind of home health biller. Well, that was just too crazy. So I decided not to do that. And so when we moved here, did I get the job right away? I don't remember. I don't remember when I started. Well, or did I apply? Well, there was a job right in our local, the hospital down here in the billing department. I was, like I said, MA by trade, but in our office where I worked for the 10 years, he transferred everything over to the computer and did all electronic billing. But later, that lady that worked with me was a lot older than me. She's actually my father's age. And I took over that part, because it was just, I was younger, I was more, younger people are sometimes. Of course, then I was in my 20s when I could multitask. And so I handled all his electronic billing, all the coding. So I got very proficient in that. So I knew, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I could tap codes and not even look at the pad, because that's how God's be young. And so when I went to get my that job I had, I knew I enjoyed billing. I didn't want to be in the medical part anymore. I just didn't want to do it. So I applied for a lot of billing jobs. I had experience, and I did get a billing job. It was in a gastrointestinal office. But they had a surgical center attached to their office. So it was a lot of billing. And medical billing, because they saw patients in the hospital. So it was a lot of that. So I worked there for a while. And then I got pregnant with my son, and had Timmy. I only worked part-time. It was 2 full days and 3 half days. It was a part-time job anyway, but they were able to adapt to my schedule, so I worked 2 long days and 3 short days. Had Timmy. I was undecided about going back, but my husband encouraged me, they always do, and I did work in the afternoons, because they needed a nighttime person, so he would be home to watch Timmy. So I did 3 afternoons. He would come home at I don't remember what. He didn't have his own business, and he used to work for somebody else. So he would go in early and come home early, and then I would go in 3 afternoons. Then I got pregnant with Peter, obviously right away, because they're 11.5 months apart. Well, I think the second pregnancy was bad, but you have a baby, so it's so I had to stop. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Why did I even go on this subject? I don't remember. I don't remember why I got on the subject of my life history. But see what happens. I get sidetracked, because I was going on and on and on about that. Let me think where I was. I don't remember why I started talking about my history of my life, but yes, I don't know why I was talking about that, but it's given a history of who I am, I guess. And so today I've been munching a lot lately. I think I talked about this the other day. I don't know why. It's good munching stuff, but munching is munching, and I'm not writing it all down, and so I'm forgetting what I'm munching on. So I'm trying to get these last 10 pounds off, and it's killing me. The sad part is I'm very disinterested in it. That's what's upsetting to me, is I don't care. And that's, that's the monkey I'm dealing with now, not giving a crap. Holy crap, I don't give a crap. That's my challenge would be. I don't know. I'm hoping when I go back to school full time that I'll be more in a regular routine. It'll kickstart my weight loss. We'll see. I'm not quite sure that's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. And that's, I do have the drive to be hopeful, which is good. I'm not like so spun out that I'm going to put weight on. I'm just not going to take weight off. I'm going to keep sitting on this weight. This is what's going to, and it could be worse, but it could be better. How many of us just get complacent? That's how I'm at now. I'm at complacency. Hashtag complacency. I know, and I just don't, I have to put my head back down, and I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do. It's doing it. And this weekend, will it be a challenge because it's a holiday? Probably a little bit, because my son will be home from school, and he likes all his stuff when he's home. He likes his spaghetti, and he likes to go out, and I do make decent choices when I'm out, so that doesn't bother me as much, unless we go to an all-out Italian place. Then I'm pretty screwed. But diner stuff I'm usually really good at. Restaurants I'm really good at. I mean, unless it's a Mexican and they bring that bowls of chips out. Yeah, then I can't. Unless it's a day before weigh-in, I'm really good because I know I can do it. See, when I have too many days in front of me, I make mistakes. How many of us are like that? When we have more time, we kind of be a little bit looser. And like now, like when it's Wednesday through Saturday, I am the most best girl ever. I could be that way Saturday through Tuesday. I will be 100% on track, and not as bad as I was, because I told you I used to have those pig out Saturdays that I didn't know what the heck I'm eating. And bottom line is you can't. You can treat yourself absolutely, but you can't not know what you're eating. You can't just sit there and say, I'm going to eat what I want and I'm not going to count it, because you don't know what you're eating. You definitely can go a little bit on the ups. Sure. And you know what? You should a little bit. But like I said, you got to know exactly, at least the ballpark of what you're eating. Because you look at restaurant things. Did you see some of these things that are like, somebody brought in a Wawa Sizzly that was 23 points. And you think to yourself, yeah, I know it's probably high. I would give it, 10 or 12. But 23 points for a breakfast sandwich? Like, what? So you don't know what you're eating. Again, that's just one sandwich. How many of us might add little potatoes in there? Guilty! And think, well, it's only 10 or 12, I throw a potato in there. Yeah, well, you can't when you don't know what the points are. And I try to explain it to my husband, and I think it's starting to sink in now, because he just mindlessly eats. And I said, I used to be, I am not nearly as bad, but I could be that way if I allow myself. But when you're just eating and you say, well, I'm hungry, I didn't have lunch. But you don't know what you just put in your mouth. If you don't, yeah, it's a few chips. Yeah, a few chips can be deadly, because it's not just a stinking few chips. Yeah! I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. I hate men, and I hate men drivers. God, I'm going to be a lesbian in my next life. Seriously. Yeah, you got to hear that. Because men piss me off. Like I like my husband. Because men, and I procured men. I had men. But God, they're annoying. Put them behind the wheel of a car, they think they're God themselves. Oh, make it turn on red. You know what? I don't have to make it right on red. It's not a mandatory thing. Oh, good. Glad you got to enjoy that, because you know what? Men. You better go around me, because I'm going to give them the finger. Yes, you heard that here. Thank God I don't carry a gun. Oh, God, I hate men. Oh, I try to teach my boys not to be assholes. It's kind of hard, because it's in their DNA. Oh, guys are coming. He's making a left. Seriously? All right. I don't even know what I was even talking about, because he pissed me off so much. Oh, mindlessly eating. Oh, yeah. You can mindlessly eat a crap ton of points and not realize it. A few chips could turn into a few ounces of chips, and they're only pointed for the ounce. Yeah, I try to get better chips, like baked, so in case I have a snack accident, it's not as detrimental as it could be, but oh god, yeah. What did I have for dinner? Oh, I made a Trader Joe's flatbread. They sell these 2 long flatbreads at their store. You get, and a quarter of one flatbread is 4 points. That's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty nice size, and I got some Alfredo sauce and some chicken and some fresh spinach and some fat-free mozzarella. So yeah, that was a really low point pizza. It was really good, I have to say. I have more for leftovers. And yeah, and I put roasted peppers and onions on and my family doesn't like it. Well, my husband can at times. He likes it when I don't give it to him. If I'd put it on his pizza, he probably wouldn't have eaten it. But I only put it on mine. He's like, well, why do you have that? Because you guys don't eat. Oh, I like that. It's like, you know, you guys suffer from this. These men, they're just like absolutely out of their mind bonkers. Because I don't know what it is. Some days I think I'm going crazy. I just do. And I just remember it's in the DNA. They can't really help themselves. That a-hole went the other way. Oh. So yeah, a delicious pizza. And did I have a salad? I gotta go home and roast my beets. Oh, I made my Ina Garten eggplant dip. I don't think I've ever filmed that. It's very easy, and I will tell you right here. You get one of those purple eggplants, a nice size one. You peel it, you dice it into like a 1-inch cube. You put it on a sprayed sheet pan. Then you get a couple of red bell peppers, seed them, cube them to the same size dice. You get 1 onion of your choice. Sometimes I use Vidalia, sometimes I use purple, whatever I have around. She said half. I use a whole onion because I like it that much. I chunk it, throw it on the pan, and then a few cloves of garlic, plop them on the pan, and you just spray them a little olive oil spray, salt and pepper, 400 degrees. You roast those bad boys 20 minutes. Well, I do like 12 toss and another 12 till they're nice and tender. Put them in a food processor. Put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and you can make it as chunky or as I make mine smooth, completely smooth. Hers is always a little bit chunky. No, I do mine smooth, and a little dash of cayenne pepper and salt and pepper, of course. And if you think it's a little thick, you could throw a tablespoon of olive oil in there. I've done that. It's for the whole entire. It makes a lot, so I don't count any of it. To me, it's a 0-point dip. And you whiz it all. It's all like a hummus looks like. And you dip whatever you want in it. Tortilla chips are excellent. Pita chips are excellent. I do cucumbers. I do veggies. I love to dip radishes in there. So that is I made that yesterday with because I had in the oven on anyway. I should have did my beets. I did sometimes I wanted to roast. Oh, I'll do that later. So yes, that dip is the bomb diggity. You could put it on topping of on top of your burger or chicken. It's just Ina. It's called eggplant. I think it's compote. It was eggplant something. But she makes it. I saw her make it, and I kind of tweaked a little bit. It's just, and my finicky children eat it. They think it's delicious because it is. The tomato paste is a little sweetness, and the vegetables are sweet. But you put all those roasted veggies in there, it's really good. I love eggplant. I'm just not a fan of the seeds when you get the eggplant, but in there, you don't even know they're there because they're all pureed. So yes, I made that eggplant dip. It was the bomb diggity. Somebody asked for a stuffed mushroom. Now that is a hard one because it depends. Not really hard. I like to make like an onion and celery saute, cook it down, and then throw like a sausage in there. It could be a turkey sausage would work. Breakfast sausage would work. And you have to point out what you put in. And then I always throw a little stock if it's juicy enough, you don't need it, but if you need a little stock and a little breadcrumb, so it tightens up, and just put them in those mushrooms. You could do it completely vegan, to put the sausage in, but I mean, you could just do a breadcrumb stuffing and not put the sausage in. But if it's a turkey sausage, if it's a light sausage, or you could even just do like the 0 ground turkey and just season it up a little, make it spicy. I always do a little hot pepper. I'm telling you. It makes a difference in a lot of cooking. It just gives it a little zing. That's what I noticed. I always thought that my food was a little bit bland But once you throw hot pepper in something, it takes it to a whole new level and makes you drink. I think that's a win-win in my book. All right, guys, I'm here at school. I'm going to go in. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We will dish another day. Have a great day, and thanks for all your support. Dish with Dee appreciates it.